I ran, stumbling up the stairs and slamming the basement door shut behind me. My heart raced, and I felt the icy grip of dread wrapping around my chest. But I tried to tell myself I was being silly, that it was just an old house with creaks and drafts. That night, though, as I lay in bed, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. Something just beyond the edge of my vision. The following days were quiet, but I avoided the basement at all costs. Then, one night, I heard it again, the scraping, coming from beneath my feet. It sounded louder, like it was in the walls, as if it was coming from directly below my bed. I shot out of bed, grabbing my flashlight, but the sound didn't stop. Persistent and almost rhythmic. I didn't want to go down there. As I opened the basement door, my flashlight flickered, and I felt a blast of cold air rush past me, like something was escaping. Every instinct in me said to run, but I forced myself down the stairs, my hands shaking. The air felt thick, heavy, pressing down on me with a kind of malice I'd never felt before. When I reached the bottom, I froze. The old door at the far end of the basement was open. Inside, I could see a small, circular room, lit only by my weak flashlight beam. And then I saw it, a figure huddled in the center, facing away from me. It looked like a child, small and frail, with matted hair and skin so pale it seemed to glow. I tried to speak, to ask who they were, but no sound came out. The figure began to turn slowly, too slowly, as if bound by invisible strings. When I saw its face, I staggered back. Its eyes were hollow, empty voice, and its mouth stretched wide in a soundless scream. It raised one bony finger, pointing directly at me, and the whisper filled my ears, louder and more insistent. I turned and bolted up the stairs, not stopping until I'd slammed the door shut. My hand shook as I locked it, and I didn't sleep at all that night. The next morning, I packed up my things and left without a second thought, abandoning the house and whatever secrets lay in that cursed basement. Later, I heard rumors from the locals. They said that in the 1920s, a family had lived there, a mother, father, and their young daughter. The daughter had fallen ill, and they'd locked her in the basement, convinced she was possessed. The townsfolk claimed she had cursed the place, and no one who'd tried to live there since had ever stayed long. Now, when I think back on that tonight, I can still hear her voice, whispering from the dark,